So I wanted to talk about a common theme with early stage technology companies. And in this case, what I'm talking about is companies in categories like enterprise sales software, hardware tech in batteries and drones, and government software, ERP platforms for local governments and municipalities. So they're different industries, but they have the same sales friction. Most of the time, it's not a sales problem, it's a clarity problem. And I want to talk a little bit about some of the common themes that I see in this ecosystem. One big miss is that companies don't clearly explain where they fit into the ecosystem's value chain within which they operate. Who are the incumbents? Who are the challengers? And what do you replace? What do you integrate with? And what do you make materially easier? When you can't tell that broader story, the buyers that you're trying to talk to, they can't actually place you, and you end up sounding like just another tool, or even worse, you end up sounding like a company that's trying to be everything to everybody. The second issue is the spaghetti on the wall approach to both product and marketing. In my experience, some of the smartest people are guilty of trying this. They keep tinkering. They tinker with new product features, they tinker with new messaging, new packaging. They just keep iterating. And what they hope is that eventually something sticks. But what if we backed up for a second and did some market research? What are the areas where there's a high compound annual growth rate and there's not a lot of competition? What are the areas where there's a massive opportunity to build IP that can be protected? What are customers actually talking about? Perhaps from a customer discovery standpoint, there are things that we could learn just by interviewing them and using this information to inform the product direction and the marketing direction. It changes things quite a bit. And I think these are the kinds of things that many early stage technology companies face. And I think it's particularly true when it comes to people like me who have a technology background and tend to assess every single problem in a sort of innovation kind of context, very excited about new possibilities and new capabilities and new technologies. But if we do our homework, these sorts of things can turn into evidence, and that evidence can turn into tight positioning, and that tight positioning can be used to truly create an ideal customer profile that sticks. Early stage sales gets a lot easier when you stop guessing and you start building proof around the ecosystem. That proof around the ecosystem results in buyer clarity, ecosystem clarity, and in the end, a story that holds up in the real world.